Have you ever dreamed of starting a new life in a city that glitters with promise, only to find the reality is a little different? This is the story of Paul, a man who traded the warm, vibrant streets of his home for the cool, gray mornings of London. By February 2026, the London Paul had pictured in his mind a city straight out of a movie was quickly replaced by the real thing: damp pavement, a persistent chill, and a rhythm that felt alien. Back home, a simple hello could turn into a 10-minute conversation. Here, everyone seemed to move with an almost frantic purpose, their eyes locked on their phones as they descended into the vast network of the underground. Paul learned his first lesson about the UK. Time wasn't just money, it was a currency more valuable than the pound. He soon found himself performing what many newcomers know as the immigrant's crouch. It's this constant effort to be the perfect newcomer, to be invisible yet invaluable. Paul never complained, even when the work was tough. He picked up extra shifts at the warehouse without a second thought, his mind always on the future. He meticulously documented every single pay stub, every piece of paper that could prove his worth, because he knew the 2026 immigration rules had turned his journey to settlement into a decade-long marathon, not a sprint. The pressure was immense, but the hardest part wasn't the long hours or the complicated paperwork. It was the isolation. It was a silence that felt deafening. Paul missed the noise of home, that beautiful, chaotic symphony of life. He missed the spontaneous visits from neighbors, the shared laughter over a simple meal, and the familiar, comforting smell of street food hanging in the air. London, for all its millions of people, felt incredibly lonely. The psychological toll was heavy, and he knew he couldn't bear it alone. That's when he found a lifeline. He sought out the African Community UK, a group of people who understood his journey without him having to explain it. He found people who spoke his language, who knew his culture, and who shared his struggles. There, gathered over plates of jollof rice that tasted so much like home it almost brought tears to his eyes, he had a revelation. Survival in this new land wasn't just about earning money or securing a visa. It was about finding your people, about building a new tribe to keep you warm in a cold climate. One evening, Paul stood on a bridge, the cool air on his face, looking out over the River Thames. The city skyline wasn't the sparkling paradise he had imagined all those years ago. It didn't feel magical or perfect, but as he watched the lights twinkle against the dark water, he saw something else. He saw a canvas, a blank slate waiting for him to paint his own story. This realization sparked a change. Paul knew he couldn't stay in the warehouse forever. He enrolled in a part-time ESOL course, English for speakers of other languages, to sharpen his professional English. His goal was clear. By 2027, he wanted to transition from manual labor into the tech sector. He started studying, networking, and preparing for the next chapter. He was building a bridge from his present to his future, right there in the heart of London. Looking back, Paul understood that the UK hadn't given him the easy life he had once dreamed of. There were no shortcuts, no magic wands. Instead, it had given him something far more valuable. It had forged in him a different kind of strength to quiet, unshakable resilience. It was the resilience to not just survive, but to thrive in a world that didn't yet know his name. He was no longer just an immigrant trying to fit in. He was Paul, a man building his own London, one day, one connection, one dream at a time. His story is a powerful reminder that home isn't just a place you leave behind, it's also something you build, wherever you are. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.